So I think we were on radius arms. So radius arms have been cleaned up and now painted. Got a whole load of other parts all painted up. I just fitted the new fuel line. That was a bit of a pain. You have to be really careful not to kink it. Around here I got a little bit of a kink. I don't know if you can see that. That should be alright. A couple more bits here drying, painted. On to the cylinder head. What I've started doing is pulling the valves out. I've got them in this box, all the associated parts in this box numbered up. I've never done this before, so it's definitely something a beginner can do. You need yourself a valve spring compressor. So that's this thing, it kind of squeezes it. You could possibly use a G-clamp, but see if you can borrow one of these. And all you do is pop that over there, and then probably won't be able to show you, but you squeeze it together. It'll go with a bang if it's stuck like mine. See if I can do this one-handed. So you just kind of squeeze it. There you go, that one went nicely. You need to flick out the little collar bits and slowly release it back out. And there you have the spring, top hat, 2 collets, and your valve will pull straight out. There's all the valves out. They're all up there. I put all the bits in a box, numbered them up so I don't mix them. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Thank you very much to Mr. Paul Jeffries for the advice. So this is valve number 1, and basically my question to him was how much movement is too much. So as the valve goes up and down, it wears on this this bush. So the guide bush, that's called a guide bush, and that gets worn. So I don't know if you can see, if I wiggle this valve, there's quite a lot of movement from side to side. Hopefully you can see that. And yeah, I wasn't sure if that was excessive or not, but luckily with the experience Paul's got, he was able to look at a video and say, no, that's no good, that'll just burn through oil. So I've got another couple of heads, so what I'm going to do is going to go through and check those for wear, and hopefully one of them is good. So I'll do that now. Actually, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this head back together. I'm going to put the valves all back in so I don't lose them and get them mixed up and all that kind of stuff. So this is the other head that I've got. It's a 12G202 head for a 998, and it has slightly bigger inlet valves. So I was looking to use this one eventually anyway. So we will crack on, clean this up a little bit first, then we'll pull the valves out, see what they look like, see if those guide bushes are any good, and yeah, hopefully this one can bolt straight on. Right, so that's all the valves pulled. Interestingly enough, this head didn't have any valve stem seals. I don't really know why, but there you go. And there's the head. As you can see, there's some build up. Not really sure what that is in there. And comparing the valves to the old ones, these are considerably larger to what was in the other head. So you've got one standard size and one slightly larger for your inlet. And yeah, they all need cleaning up, but there didn't seem to be much much amount of play in the valve guide, so that's good. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll be cleaning these up, clean up the valves, give it all a good lap the valves in, and yeah, put it all back together. Right, so that's all of the valves out. I've been through all of them, and there is little to zero play in all of the valves. They do need a bit of a clean up. Looks like this head's been sat around for a while, but if I pop that in there, there's zero wiggle on that at all. So yeah, this is I've been through a couple of valves already, and just clean those up. So these are marked, I don't think you can see that, but that says 21 and this large one says 52 on it. So yeah, clean them up and then we'll lap them in and they'll be ready to go. Coat paint on the head, happy days. Before, after. Right, so welcome back. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to lap in the valves. So here's your inlet valve. I don't know if that focuses or not. And this one's not too bad, but some of the others are a lot worse. There's kind of pitting along this ceiling face. So I hadn't done this before. I've done number 1 already, so I'm going to move on to number 2. This can fit on your suction cup, like so, and you get 2 grinding pastes, sometimes only 1, but there's a coarse and a fine in this kit. So you take a little bit of your coarse grinding paste, put it along the sealing face of the valve. You don't need masses. So put some of that all around. I've put a little bit of grease on the shaft before it goes in. So drop it in, and then you just want to hold the stick and when you hear it go, the note change, just lift it up, turn it a bit, drop it back down. So what happens is the paste kind of gets pushed out from that lip. So you put a bit more on, or just move it around a little bit. Like I said, this seat was a lot better than some of the others. Let's have a look at the. This is another exhaust valve, so exhaust valves are going to be the worst. So what you want to do is just go through this process on each valve. And what you're looking for is a nice, even, dull finish on the seat. So yeah, just keep going until there's a nice consistent finish, then move to the fine, do that for a little while, and yeah, just repeat that on all 8 valves. So there's a nice, consistent, smooth finish on the valve seat, and it looks to be the same on the valve. So that is ready to clean up. Make sure you clean it really thoroughly, drop your valve back in, put it all together. Happy days. Right, so that's the head with a coat of gold paint on it to match the engine block, but if we look at the engine block, it's a different type of gold. It's a different colour altogether. So looks like I might be painting the block as well. Yeah. So I went to Bewley at the weekend, picked up my tyres. So they're all lovely and fresh. And I'm just going to give my mini fins that I picked up at Bingley coat of gold paint as well, just to be a bit matchy matchy.